There she is. Hi, Lucy.
Hi.
So we've got babies, we've got puppies. It's going to be loud today. So Chloe, come on. Neighbors across the street are getting a new big screen. So yesterday I did a live about women and beauty and how oppressive it is. Hi, Vivian. And how
she's trying to update you on everything that's going on over here.
I know, right? And I'm trying to like throw something at the puppy now, a little calm down. So anyway, I did this live on women and women. Okay, this is crazy. I'm closing the curtains.
I'm gonna go throw Vivian downstairs. I think.
Okay, here we go.
She thinks we're FaceTiming you. That's why she's talking.
Oh yeah, bitch, she does. She's on live. Hey, she's the next generation. She's the reason we're doing work. So
let's see which of my children wants to watch her.
I would go with
I select
your husband.
Here we go. I'm giving you the baby because she thinks that we're FaceTiming and wants to talk. So
yeah,
there you go.
She's
playing the dog food.
She is totally a conversational. Lisa says, "Hi, Lisa. The baby is adorable. You might want to put her face on camera." And
she's super cute.
Did you ditch her?
You can't ask for him. They all want to talk to you because they hear your voice. You can't. We're not FaceTiming. She's in her group. You can ask her later.
Wait, hold on. I was going to ask you something.
Later.
I can't help.
She wants to talk.
I can't help it if I'm a popular grandma.
You're so popular. They all want to talk to you.
And I want to talk to them. So I better show up over there later today.
I know.
Okay. So should I start in again or?
Yeah, okay. Go ahead. Now that the dog and the kids shut up for a little while.
Yeah, we got a moment of peace here. So, and Kayla says she loves my sweater. Isn't this cute? I got it at the resale store. Yes, I love stripes too, and polka dots are my thing as well. So anyway, yesterday I did this whole live on women in body and women in beauty because somebody posted in the book in response to one of my posts how she was abused by her narcissistic abuser with regard to her looks and her body and everything. And it's such a common story. So I really wanted to get on and talk about it. And I did. And I gave some tips and hints about what you can do to undo this conditioning, you know, that advertisers and narcissists and other people really use to abuse women and to oppress them with this idea that their value is determined by their beauty, and then the beauty standard is also determined by somebody else. And so I went into that a lot, and I wanted to talk about body image too. And I just wished it wasn't a reality for women and there wasn't this kind of oppression, because we really need to be focusing on just living our lives, and we really need to be protecting ourselves from narcissists, because that's, you know, that's a huge group of women that I work with have suffered from toxic abuse, and they will, you know, narcs will go right in for that. Oh, they know it's a hot button for women, and they're going to use it to put you down. And then you start to feel worse and worse about yourself. And what I thought was really cool, and the reason I wanted you on this live, is because at your house, there's a zero tolerance for any discussion along those lines. And I just wanted you to talk about it, because if everybody did what you did in a perfect world, theoretically speaking, this would not be a reality for women. So can you speak to your thoughts and how you're parenting your kids over there with regard to body image? So
yeah, I'm as far as like setting an example goes, we try really hard to choose like ways to describe people that don't have to do with what they look like. And talking about, you know, this person is, you know, bigger or smaller or whatever, we just don't do that. And, you know, we're very like health oriented, and we, you know, Matt and I both work out, and we make sure that our kids know that, you know, we're doing it to be healthy and not because we feel like we need to look different or, you know, look a certain way. It's because, you know, we want to be the best version of ourselves. We want to make sure we have energy and feel good, and that our bodies feel good on the inside. And, you know, Gwen's a little bit older now. She's 9. So you can talk to her about stuff and she, you know, you can tell she gets it. You know, and she knows that like all the ads and the, you know, the magazine stuff, it's all airbrushed. We've pulled up, you know, stuff on the internet for her to say, you know, this is what this person looks like here with their hair extensions and their airbrushed makeup and their, you know, this and that. And then we show them a real picture of what that person looks like and say, this is what you're seeing. And this is what they actually look like. This is a real person, but they're like in a costume, you know? And, you know, we play with makeup. Obviously we have girls and they love it and they think it's fun. You know, but like when I wear makeup, I tell them, you know, I do it because I like the colors and I think it's fun to play with. But we don't need it. You know, we don't need to look this way or that way, or, you know, the purpose of it is to have fun with it. And if you enjoy it, wear it. If not, don't. But you know, what people are like inside is what is important.
Right.
You know, and like,
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you know, another thing that we try to do is, you know, I try to challenge them to say, you know, instead of describing people, you know, like they look like this or that, you know, we say, well, that person's kind, or that person, you know, that was a really, you know, brave thing that person did, or, you know, just appreciating things about people that don't have to do with what they look like, you know, because it's not important, you know, or we try to make it not be important. I know that it's something that they're going to encounter forever, but, you know, if you can like instill confidence in them based on their attributes and the things that they're doing rather than what they look like or what they wear, or what their hair looks like, stuff like that. I feel like that's going to give them, you know, the confidence they need to not worry so much about outer appearance, you know?
Yes, because it steals your ability to live your life. It steals your life away from you, because then you're focusing on that and you're not really focusing on, hey, you know, what do I want to learn today? Or what do I want to do today? Or how can I have fun today?
Yep.
You know, just living your life and delving in and feeling joy in your life, it steals that. And to me, that's a horribly oppressive thing. And,
Yeah.
you know, I love makeup too. And at my soul's level, I'm an artist, you know. Yes, I do therapy, but that's how I make my living. But the person of who I am is an artist and an esthetician. So I love that.
Right.
And I love, you know, my beauty, and I love to see others' beauty. I just want it to be the only thing.
Right.
And I don't.
It should be.
Go ahead.
Enjoyable.
Yeah.
I have to look.
Yes.
Yeah. Totally.
And I don't want anybody using beauty to oppress women.
Right. And I feel like it's, you know, if you can teach your girls like, okay, well, it's easier said than done, but if you can say, you know, who says that I'm dressing or looking this way for you? You know, like I'm doing this for me. Like if it's something that makes me feel good, absolutely. You want to put on your lipstick and your eyelashes and your, you know, your hair, however you want, but do it because you want to do it and it's what you want to look like, not because somebody else is telling you that's what they want to see, you know? And again, it's so, I don't know what word I'm looking for. Everybody's, you know, view of what beauty is so different. And, you know, that's another thing that I try to teach my kids is that, you know, everybody is beautiful. It's just, there's certain people in our society that say this is what beauty is, but that's not the case at all. You know, you make up your mind what you think is beautiful and then you do it for yourself, you know?
I completely agree. And if you look back from a historical perspective to see how cultural, you know,
so weird, so different.
Yes. Over the years and over the centuries, different definitions of women's beauty has changed, you know?
Right.
You know, it's annoying. And I'm thinking, who gets to say? We're born the way we're born.
Like, rules. This is stupid. You make your rules and you do what makes you happy. That's dumb.
Exactly. And, you know, I was reading a woman's magazine, which I beat up on them yesterday. And
those are the worst. The worst.
They really are. You've got to really
so bad
yourself.
So bad. Yeah, if you want to go down a hole of how crappy you can feel about yourself, get out a magazine because that's what will happen.
100%. Like I have my stack here of all the new stuff I'm doing, reading, so that people can see. Let's do.
And then you're like, ooh, Cosmo.
You know,
self-sabotage.
It's the worst. Yeah, it is the worst. So yeah, I just feel like women have to break out of this, and it's really hard. And I feel like being beautiful in whatever form you're in is icing on your cake, but your cake is what you should be looking at. It's probably not the healthiest metaphor. And you know, one day I picked up, this was when it really hit me hard, but I was already aware of this because I had read Gloria Steinem's essay in her book, Outrageous Acts and Everyday Rebellions, speaking of how women counteract this stuff. So I was aware of the advertising, and I wasn't blindly going through the beauty magazines or the women's magazines. I was aware. Right. But one day I'm flipping through one and I get this great big headline comes out, redheads are in style. And I'm like, I didn't realize I was out of style for the last 15 years. Really? I was so pissed. I'm like, no, you don't have to tell me this.
You were out of style.
I was out of style, apparently. So it's just, no.
So stupid.
Yeah.
So what happens when you go out of style? Like, what are you supposed to do then? Like,
I guess, you know, you crawl into a hole.
Just to show your face again.
Exactly. Exactly. Don't show your face until glamour says your style.
Exactly. Yeah.
So yeah, and I loved what you're doing at home. And I just love that, because I can remember being over at your house one day and I'm kind of like going, oh, I think I'm getting a little around here. And you're like, nope. And then I open my mouth and you go, nope.
Nope. It's skin and it's supposed to be there.
Exactly. And so that what you did in that moment when that happened and you said no to me, that's what I want women to do when this pops up in their head. I want them to say no.
Yeah, no.
Even if they have to yell it out, because those thoughts are automatic. They're automatic.
Yeah.
We're programmed like robots.
I know. And the other thing is, you know, there's a lot of, I think, parents that will say degrading stuff to themselves in front of their kids and not even realize it. And their kids are watching and they're listening and they see and do everything that you're doing. And, you know, if you can remember to say nice things about yourself out loud, your kids hear that and they will do the same thing. You know, you can say, wow, I really like this dress on me. This looks great. Or my hair looks great today. Or, you know, I feel really good today. You know, those kind of things. And they pick up on that and they learn to do that for themselves, you know? So
that's an incredible point that you make, because so many parents, everybody's out there beating themselves up. That's our kids learn it. It's like these advertisers get into our heads and then we don't need them anymore. We abuse ourselves, you know?
Yep. And you know, the same thing with food. I know this is like kind of a separate topic, but like on the weight issue, like we don't have bad foods and good foods. We have nourishing foods and junk foods, you know, like mostly nourishing foods. And if you want the junk food, have it, but keep it under control, keep it to a minimum, because it's not what your body needs, you know, like I don't think it's a good idea to say foods are bad or good, because that will lead you down the road of, you know, the body image thing again, you know? So we don't say like that's a bad food or you know, that's a you know, terrible thing for you to eat, because I don't want my kids to have issues with, you know, wanting a snack and thinking, wow, what is this going to do to me? This is terrible. And, you know, I feel like that is going to cause more harm than good too. You know,
100%. And it's definitely not a separate topic, because that's where this body image thing leads to, is people saying, you know, okay, I look horrible because I'm eating terribly, when you're making those choices for your health, not how you look.
Right. Exactly. So that's what we try to do, you know, explain to the kids, you know, if you eat this, here's how you're going to feel, or pay attention to how you feel when you eat that. And then as they grow, you can make better choices because you know how your body feels when you eat a certain way.
And then you're putting the emphasis on caring for the body and your own health.
Yeah.
Which makes you feel like you're a valuable person, as opposed to putting the emphasis on, well, could I show up on the glossy pages of Glamour, you know, if I eat this?
Right. That's not a goal.
Right. Not a goal. Yeah. And it just reframes everything and gets women to shift to thinking about, I'm valuable, so I'm going to eat healthy stuff.
Right. I'm worth it. I'm worth feeling good and you know, being happy on the inside. You know?
Yes. And healthy.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I just love this conversation and this topic, because, You know, you just don't want women going down that slippery slope where they end up, you know, all those eating disorders. It comes from cultural conditioning. And
Right.
now I'm hearing that a lot more males are being diagnosed with, you know, anorexia, binge eating disorder, all these other things. So it's starting slowly to affect the male population as well, but it definitely is a woman thing. And
Yeah, for sure.
and then when we look at it from the political landscape overall, if I wanted to go really, you know, get really deep here, it's a way to oppress women.
Yeah.
It really
Yep.
is. And to tell women, well, you're valuable between 18 and 23, and the rest
Yep.
of your life, well, we can take you or leave you. And you better be
Right.
perfect during,
Exactly.
you know, and it's just oppressive, and it has to go. And I have to ask you, how do you handle this issue, or with, because you have one male child, you know, you've got Andrew, like what?
I mean, I think for sure the same goes for him, you know, and knowing that people's beauty is on the inside, and, you know, it's how you treat people and how you are as a person. It doesn't, you know, not what you look like, you know, and that whoever he chooses to be with, you know, they better be a solid person on the inside, you know, and you need to, you know, treat people based on who they are, you know, and what they look like is not, it doesn't really matter, you know.
And so just brought up another really good point, that when women just devote themselves to the development of their exterior so that they can fit a cultural mold, they're neglecting their inner growth and their character growth.
Yes, because all your energy is spent on what you look like on the outside, you know.
You've bought,
And it's exhausting because you could ever keep up with what you know mainstream says is beautiful, because it's unattainable for the everyday person.
Mm-hmm.
You're just not gonna do it because it's not real. Like the people in the magazines, that's their job, you know. They're paid to be airbrushed and their, you know, hair done all day, and their, you know, their face is not real most of the time, you know. So you can't, how are you supposed to do that as a normal person? You can't.
Mm-mm.
You know.
Not at all. It's really sad. And
yeah,
what I want for the women that I work with is to learn all of this stuff and start to change how they act around themselves, what they tell themselves in their relationship with themselves, because they're in a pattern of being with these narcissists, and that's exactly, it's going to continue happening. But once they nail this down for themselves and get that sense of valuable, I am valuable, I honor myself, I'm, you know, worthwhile, they're a lot less likely to allow that. But if you don't have that, and you're in a pattern of these abusive relationships, you're going to get abused along these lines, and it's never going to stop until you call a halt to it.
Right.
So I love the way you're raising the kids, because it safeguards them and it bulletproofs them. Because I feel like if anybody tries to mess with, you know, Gwen, Felicity, or Vivian along those lines, they're going to be like, yeah, no. But with my family,
speaking of the family, bye. You want to have dance class, so they're saying bye bye.
Awesome.
Vivian's back.
I am
Oh, the
hot.
dog's here too.
Hi guys.
Bye, Glenn.
Have fun at dance. Tell Miss Nola hi.
See you later. Bye.
I'll talk to you guys
Bye, Luna.
later. Bye, Matt. I hope he has us watch the Puppy Bowl tomorrow, because it's going to be on.
Excited.
The Puppy Bowl.
That's the only out for tomorrow.
Yeah, right. The Super Bowl, me. But I see the Puppy Bowl, and
for sure.
Bill, Biden's going to be on there with the first dogs.
Awesome.
I got to see that. Okay.
Me too.
Hi, Vivian. So anything else you can think of along this topic right now? Because we can always get back.
I don't think so. I mean, the only other thing that I'll say is we try to make a point too with the girls, like, I mean, and Andrew too, obviously, but obviously, like you said, this is a female issue for sure. First is like when we are around like their friends and even them here, like when you greet little girls, your brain automatically goes to, I love your dress. I love your hair. You look so cute today. We try to not do that at all. We try to say, how are you? What have you been doing lately? Are you playing this? Are you drawing that? What do you like to watch? Those kind of things, because girls are, you don't do that with little boys. Like, I can't ever remember a time that I said to a little boy, oh my gosh, you look so cute today. You know, your hair just looks so cute. Like, I say it to Andrew because I'm his mom and that's just what I do. But like, you know, like and their friends and stuff, like we try really hard to be like, what's your favorite book right now? You know, and ask them about them, because that's the important thing. I care about you. What you look like should not matter to me. You know what I
Yes,
mean?
100%.
Otherwise, you're conditioning those girls to assume that the first thing somebody wants to know about them or see is what they look like.
Yes. I
don't want that. I don't want that for a girl.
No, that's such an excellent point. You're validating and reinforcing that they're a little human.
Yes, and that they matter and what they're interested in is important to us. You know,
I love it. And bypass the looks altogether, because we have way too much going on.
Don't say a thing about it.
I agree. I mean, so many times you know, you meet a little girl and the first thing that comes out of someone's mouth is, aren't you pretty?
Right. And you know, while I hear you, while I think that, you know, of course, giving a compliment and, you know, learning to take a compliment, even if it is an amazing thing to do, but I think that it should obviously be more centered on them as a person and who they are and what they're interested in, you know?
Yeah. And their accomplishments.
So,
yes,
right.
So what they're
doing,
what they're doing, what makes them happy. And yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so amazing. I'm so glad you brought that up. Excellent. I love what you're doing over there. So.
The madhouse.
I love what you're doing in the madhouse.
Crazy.
It's a fun madhouse though, and
it is.
It's not a sick madhouse.
No.
You know?
No.
Oh God.
Yeah.
This just like night and day from what I grew up in. So.
I hear your dog.
Yeah, it's Chloe.
I'm screaming again, and yours is barking.
Yeah, and nothing. All the curtains are closed. She's barking into that's like a scary haunt thing. I'm like, stop it.
What do you? I don't see.
Yeah, right. Should I be running out of my house? Oh my God, I hate when dogs do that. So, okay, well, I will let you get off here, and I appreciate your time and showing up for the women today, because they're really gonna be able to hear what you said, and they're gonna take away a lot.
I hope so.
Yes, and
we're trying to do the best we can.
Yep. Well, and you're hitting the important issues. Hi, Vivian. Hi.
She's like, I'm so cute.
I love her confidence, because she doesn't know the language yet. She's got her own language.
Nope.
Yet she speaks and talks.
She will understand me regardless. I'm going to talk.
Exactly.
We have to figure out what she's saying.
Okay, well, I'll let you get going, and we'll have some more conversations along these lines, because yeah, people were responding.
This is my other one, my other screamer. There he is.
There he is. Hi. Hi. How are you?
See, now you can see why I say I love his hair.
It's amazing. It's so much fun. He has so much fun with it too. Oh,
he does.
Hello, Andrew.
Yeah. Yeah.
What are you doing today, little man?
What are you doing?
I was coloring.
Fun. Which book were you in?
I was coloring Harry Potter pages.
Harry Potter. Yeah, Harry Potter's awesome.
Potter over here.
I can't wait. I can't wait for you to be able to read Harry Potter. You're going to be the biggest fan.
We are. We're reading it. Me, him, and Felicity are reading it.
Oh, good. Yay.
Oh, it's too scary. I gotta stop. But the first book is.
But the movie, is very fun to watch.
Yes, it is. Chloe. Chloe.
It is.
All right. Well, I'll see you guys soon.
All right.
Okay.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye.